When you are first growing your YouTube channel and trying to get in front of more of your target audience, one of the major things you need to focus on your channel is audience retention, meaning how long people are watching your videos. In today's video, I'm going to share with you what number you should really be focusing on your audience retention and how you can boost your audience retention on your videos. Hi, I'm Trena, and I started this channel to help creative entrepreneurs like you get on YouTube to grow. Because as a mom of two and a business owner myself, I need to grow my business and I need the most effective way to do it, and YouTube has been that effective way. Today we're going to talk about the 10 ways you can improve your audience retention here on your YouTube videos. This is a common question I get, and I got this question from Callista. Could you do a video on how to increase audience retention? Mine is awful. Most of the time, people click off within less than 3 seconds. Thank you, Callista, for asking me this question, and I totally understand where you were coming from. Here's the thing. You really got to focus on your audience retention because that's going to signal to YouTube whether or not you have a good video. If your audience retention drops significantly in the first 3 seconds, YouTube's going to think you either clickbait people by showing false thumbnails and titles based on what your video is about, or that you don't have quality content. So it's so great, Callista, that you're actually keeping an eye on your audience retention, and I'm gonna walk through 10 things you can do today to really boost your audience retention. The first thing I wanna share with you is how to find your audience retention if you aren't sure how to do it. So you wanna go into your Creator Studio and go to your analytics. Pull out your most recent video or a video from a couple days ago and click on audience retention. This little graph is going to show you exactly where people start leaving your videos. The key for you to be successful and for YouTube to start recommending more of your content so you can get in front of more of your target audience is to hit 50% at the end of the video. Now, this average number right here isn't what you're looking at. You're looking at the graph and what people are watching at the end of the video. You want to get to that 50%. I've been working on mine for months now, and I'm slowly getting there. It doesn't happen overnight, but here are some ways you can really help improve your audience retention. You've got to have a strong hook. So in the first 5 seconds, it's crucial to make sure you're connecting with your audience. Your hook has really got to connect with your title and your thumbnail, because that's why people are clicking on your video. They see your title and they see your thumbnail and they're interested in this video. So you've really got to solidify in that first 5 seconds that this is what your video is about and intrigue them to keep watching. If it's not you on camera at the very first second of that video, or you're not reassuring them what they clicked on is what your video is about, that could be why you're seeing that significant drop in audience retention. The second thing to avoid is repurposing. I know we want to repurpose our content as much as possible, but if you are taking Facebook Lives, downloading them and uploading them to YouTube, this is not going to help you grow your channel. You are going to see this significant drop in audience retention because people are on YouTube to watch YouTube videos. When they click on a video and they see a Facebook Live, it's not what they anticipate, it's not what they want to see, and so they're gone. So if you are repurposing Facebook Lives, you want to stop doing that because you're kind of digging yourself a hole on YouTube. They think you're creating consistently bad content if your audience retention continues to dip as significantly as what we usually see when you repurpose Facebook Lives. The third thing to do to really help you with your audience retention is to plan your content. I do this with all of my videos. I sit down in one day and map out all the content I want to share. I research it. I look at the titles that are currently ranking on YouTube. I look at the thumbnails. I really try to figure out what content I'm going to share and not just pop on my camera and talk aimlessly about some topic. I know the points I want to get across. I know how I want to get them across. And that's why I keep my audience retention higher, because I'm not going off on tangents. Next, you want to map out your story. So storytelling does great things for your audience retention. If you can think about a pain point that you suffered through or really incorporate your story in the beginning of that video in your hook, that's going to relate to your audience. So make sure if it's a pain point that your audience can relate to, share that story so they're intrigued, and then continue to follow a story arc, What was the trouble that you got through? What was the peak and the resolution? Really understanding storytelling is how you are going to get that audience retention up. The next thing you can do to help your audience retention is adding B-roll. So you may have heard me throw out the word B-roll before. And what B-roll is just additional footage to add to your video. So I'll throw in a little B-roll right now of me dancing. And so you'll see that's additional footage going over top of what I'm talking about. The thing is, us as humans, we have an attention span of about 7 seconds.
So that I may talk, squirrel.
So you've really got to keep people engaged every 7 to 10 seconds on your video. So adding B-roll or screen grabs or photos of what you are explaining really helps change up the eye, what they're watching in your video, and keeps people more engaged, which will in turn increase your audience retention. The next thing you can do is add call out text. Just what I did right there where I called out what point I'm covering. You can put text on your screen to really pull out a quote that you're sharing or the tips that you're sharing. It's going to keep people more engaged and watching longer. The next way to increase your audience retention is to share your passion. Don't just start a YouTube channel to start a YouTube channel. People are going to see your passion and your need to help and teach. And if you don't love what you're doing, it's going to show and people are going to start piecing out of your video. So make sure you are sharing something that you are really passionate about. The next thing is to edit your videos. And I know so many of you want to save time and try to do all these videos at one shot, but here's the thing. I'm not doing this video in one shot, but I keep the editing simple. Jump cuts, just where you cut out your mistakes and it goes from one clip to the next clip, really keeps the audience engaged. It makes the video feel like it's going faster than it really is, and so people don't realize how long they're watching it. So even though you don't want to spend the time editing your videos, it doesn't have to take a lot of time and it could really help with your audience retention. And the last thing you want to do, which is pretty much step 9 and 10, is to study your analytics. I go back to all of my videos and really follow that audience retention graph to see where people are dropping off. What am I doing? What can I change? What's the trends that I am seeing so that I can improve it on my next video? This is really how you're going to take that audience retention up to that 50% mark. You've got to know what you're doing that your audience is responding to and what you're doing that your audience isn't responding to really improve your audience retention. Now, if you want to continue learning how to make your YouTube channel better, make sure you click the playlist that I have suggested to you on the screen right now. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel because I'm posting new videos every single day of the week to help you grow your business here on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.